joined by the candidates for the VP Clubs and Societies, Niall, Bole and Niall McShane. So if you want to introduce yourselves, tell us what you're going to do differently, what you're going to carry on doing.
Alright, go ahead now.
Alright, cheers. Well, my name is Niall McShane. I'm a final year finance student. I'm from Armagh and I'm involved in university life in Queen's in a number of ways. I'm current treasurer of Queen's GFC, and I've worked in the Student Guidance Centre and Income and Student Finance Office in the Student Guidance Centre for the past year. I was in placement there, and within the office I gained numerous experience, activities I was doing, so I feel that the experience I've gained there will give me a great benefit, a great help if I'm elected to the union.
Okay, and do you want to say what you're going to continue doing if you get re-elected?
Okay, right, well I'm Niall Bole, I'm 23 from Belfast, studying mechanical engineering. It sounds like a dating ad, but anyway. I'm currently the VP for Clubs and Societies. I've been doing this for 1 year already, obviously, and I'm looking to go for re-election. I mean, obviously I've had a blast in my time here as VPCS already. I really think that I have managed to achieve quite a lot of change for Clubs and Societies. Hopefully those who are listening will have noticed a little bit of improvement in the reduction in red tape that they've had to deal with, the ease of actually spending their money, because that was always, from my own experience in societies, ridiculously hard to do. And what I'm really aiming to do with re-election is just get another year to continue working away at that. I mean, I'm only finished first year of engineering, so I know I'm going to go back into Queen's and I'm going to continue my work as a club or society officer on a smaller scale, and it's really my goal to make sure that it's as easy as possible for everyone to take up the mantle of club or society and volunteer time here. Historically, it's always really been, and no offence now, a sportsman in this role, so it's always seemed to be a bit more focused on the clubs. What I've tried to do this year is make it more open to everyone. Obviously the clubs are still a huge part of university life. They're vastly popular. They've run some fantastic nights out in the union. You know, they're well known for being great crack, but the societies I'm trying to just give a bit more publicity to as well. I mean, the likes of our players, the Drama Society here, are actually going across to England to compete. A couple of plays that their members have written and perform those. Smaller societies, even the likes of the Model United Nations, debating, and origami even is a new society that's just started up this year. I've done my best to make everyone feel included and make my door open.
In terms of making a more fair system for all clubs and societies, well, traditionally it has been a sports person that has been in the position of VP Clubs and Societies, and now the Bole has come in last year and he's done a good job. He's part of the Dragon Slayers, so people have said to me, and no offence, have said that this year because you have been in. Like traditionally it would have been that when there has been sports person in, they would have benefited the sports people. People have said to me this year that whenever Niall's come in, Niall Bole, that he has benefited the Dragon Slayers. So it tends to be sometimes it has gone that way.
Specifically the Dragon Slayers or societies in general?
Not generally societies in general. It's just well, some people have said that the Dragon Slayers have benefited from you being in specific ways. Now, if I get into the system and get into the post, I really feel that there should be a more fair and transparent grant allocation scheme, so that really sometimes what happens is that clubs and societies don't receive their grant allocation until later on in the year. What I propose to do, and I have said this in the manifesto, is create a fair system where the grant allocation is actually proposed to clubs and societies at the start.
For the benefit of everyone rather than just the Dragon Slayers this year, and what I'm really very eager to do is make sure that I can continue this. There's projects already underway that, if necessary, I could finish up by the end of the summer if I don't win this election, but I'm hoping that I can have another year to really push through serious reform rather than just patching over holes in the current systems, make sure that the entire finance system is completely redone. The Freshers' Bazaar, which was bigger than ever this year, we're making sure that there's going to be electronic sign-ups there so they're not going to get the queues in front of the popular societies. We're going to make sure that the union is a more welcoming environment and a more promoting environment for all societies and all clubs as well to be a part of. I mean, obviously it's the union who does support the societies. It's all the money comes from us rather than from the university, and I really just want to make sure that everyone feels a part of it.
You've had a year to do what you want. It's time for a change. That's why what we've proposed is a change in the union. our ticket consists of 4 different people. There's myself, Niall, McShane for Club Societies, Jason O'Neill for President, then we've got Aidan Hughes and Teresa Harkin. We're running, actually our website has changed for you, and what we propose to do is to change the union for our better. So I really want to get into the union. I want to bring it into the 21st century. It's time to update the system. There's a real problem with the financial system that the Club Societies is using at the minute, and if we bring it into the real world, we want to update it by bringing on an online system, which it's sort of like online banking. So it allows you to go on and check your account, check how much you have.
You've worked in the finance office for a year. I mean, realistically, you've worked with the QFIS system that the accounts work on. You've got to know that that's not a feasible idea.
Okay, thanks for interrupting me there, just when I was speaking, like you had your thing there. I did work with QFIS for a year and experienced the problems it has. Now, I know from both sides. I've used it through clubs and societies, and I've used it as a worker behind the counter, and I know from both sides that there is problems with it. Now, the workers aren't happy with it, and either it's clubs and societies. There does need to be improvements made, and there's definitely space to make improvements. There's so much red tape involved in clubs and society. It's time for the change. It's time to improve the system, to remove the red tape that's involved, the bureaucratic burden that's involved in clubs and societies, and it's time to elect Niall McShane, who's going to do the best job.